Okay, so your question is find the equation of equation of the line that passes through points negative 6, 6, and 2, negative 4. So let's look at these points. Negative 6, 6 means negative 6 on the x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is your first point. Okay, and the second one is 2 comma negative 4. So you go to the right 2 and down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your second point. I'm gonna call this one point A. I'm gonna call this point B, so we can just name them for now. And then let's draw a line that passes through these two. Okay, so it'll be this line, more or less. Okay, of course it could extend on the other end. Okay, on the other end as well. I'm not gonna do that right now, but basically it doesn't mean to end on both points. It will go all on both ends indefinitely. Okay, so the question is, what is the equation of this line? So this is a line, so therefore we could either use, you have two ways to know it. You can either use the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b if you know your slope and your y-intercept, or you can use the point slope form. Okay, so these are two ways to solve it, and that's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, so where m here is the slope, okay, for both. B is the y-intercept if you know the y-intercept, and then x1 comma y1 is the point if you know a point. Okay, well, so it depends. It's either you use A or B. Now, do you know the slope? No, we don't know the slope, but we can find the slope because you have 2 points. So let's find the slope. So the slope of this line is Okay, sorry, I got disconnected. You can find the slope because you have 2 points. You can find the y-intercept assuming our drawing is correct or exact, but if it's not, then that might not be a good idea. Or you can use point slope. So in this case, I'm going to use point slope. In point slope, you need to know the slope and a point. Well, you have 2 points, so you're pretty covered there, okay? But first, let's find the slope. The slope, the formula of the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Basically, what that means is you just subtract the x's. Otherwise, so these two y's right here, that's the numerator, and then over the two x's, this two right here. So I'm just gonna do that. Or you can, alternatively, you can also do, you can also count from your graph, right? I'm just gonna use the formula. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. It doesn't matter where you start on y as long as you're consistent with your x. I'm going to do negative 6, this negative 6 right here, minus negative 4, this negative 4, all over that negative 6, minus 2. Okay, simplifying this, you have negative 6 plus 4 over negative 8, or equal to negative 2 over 8. So that's going to be 1/4. So that means your slope is 1/4. And you can verify that because from A, you have to go up. So from A, you go up to 1, 2. So that's up to, that's the rise over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 8. So that's the rise. So remember your slope is, the slope is rise over run. So that means you rise positive 2, you run positive 8 because it's to the right, or equal to 1/4. So you can either use the graph in finding your slope, or you can use the formula in finding your slope. Okay, so now that we have a slope, you can pick one of these two points. It does not matter, okay? So I'm going to use this line right here. I'm going to use this formula. So I'm going to say y minus, that's going to be my y1, that's going to be my x1. 1 minus negative 6, my y1, equals my slope, which is 1/4. X minus my x1 is negative 6. I'm going to simplify this. Y minus negatives, that's going to be y plus 6 equals 1/4 x plus 6. This is the equation in itself, okay? So you can use that. You can also simplify this by distributing 2 so that it will look like the slope intercept form. So this is okay for now. You can simplify again. Let's do a simplification so you have an option. I'm going to distribute the 1/4. So I'm going to say y plus 6 equals 1/4 x. And then 1/4 times 6 equals 3/2. Okay, when you multiply that. Now I'm going to add 6 on both ends. Okay, so y equals 1/4 x. 6 plus 3/2. Remember, 3/2 is 1.5, right? So I'm not supposed to add. I'm supposed to subtract. Okay, I'm supposed to subtract here. Okay. So I'm gonna subtract 6 minus 6. So this is 1.5 minus 6. So that means you have 4.5, right? Or 4.5. So that's gonna be minus. You can do 4.5 or you can do 9 over 2. It depends on how you want to show it. Okay, I'm just gonna write it as a decimal. So that means your y-intercept is negative 4.5, which is, if you look at in here, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So that is your y-intercept. So pretty much our drawing is correct.